you talk a little bit more about the NSF grant that you all have received and what type of funding that is and how you all will utilize that, the grant funding as well?
Sure. So I'm really excited to have won that grant. I was just on a webinar with the NSF for new grantee awardees. And while I'm not sure it's an actual quotable statistic, they did say that close to 97% of all of their grants go to academic and not small businesses, and that approximately 10% of applicants are awarded grants. So I felt even better once I saw that statistic. But we proposed a smart contract solution, and we're really concerned with data being truthful. So the technical term would be non-repudiation, and we're really concerned that the data is what the data is supposed to be and not manipulated after the fact, or if it is changed after the fact. And I want to point out there that not all data is manipulated after the fact. Sometimes it's very legitimately changed, but that you could track it. And so you have a clear history of what's gone on. So what we are building is a kind of system to handle that and to make it so that data is both easily accessible and not at least tracked if it's changed. But I hate to keep using the computer term, but that's what it is, non-repudiated. You know, it's not misinformation.
How would you be able to track or I guess verify that it's not necessarily manipulated and that it's being authentically updated? So if we you're getting in new numbers or a new batch of data, how would one know that that was actually, supplied and not manipulated or adjusted incorrectly or falsely?
So traditionally, you would check data from a number of sources, and that would bring you to sort of what I would call a settlement of what the truth is. And so we're doing a version of that where we are having a number of people check the data as it comes in and pulling it, and then aggregating it into a result so that we can confidently say, well, this many people agreed. Think of it kind of in a way like a Wikipedia where everybody is sort of agreeing on a result, but it's more than a Wikipedia. But it's in that sort of vein where it's not just one person saying something. It's just not one mechanism gathering data, because that is prone to mistake.
For HealthTrends, would you say it is a blockchain-based sort of, or a AI-based, or how would you describe it?
I would say that it's really a information-based solution that uses AI and blockchain. So I've done a lot of work in the blockchain world, and everybody likes to talk about blockchain solutions, but a lot of the time, it's really a solution that uses blockchain to shore up what you're trying to prove. So that's how I view it. I mean, blockchain is very essential to this, but it's not a quote blockchain solution. It's not Bitcoin, which is itself a byproduct of a blockchain. That's not what this is. This is a business service that is using data in a way and securing data in a way using blockchain to make sort of almost, I would say, public data infrastructure pretty much stronger.
What are some of the biggest barriers or challenges you see to, I guess, adoption of the solution or integration of the solution in various systems?
So we're trying to make it so that there isn't a barrier as far as adoption, meaning that it's tech agnostic. So you could go into a legacy company, and I divide companies into legacy and sort of what I would call the blockchain world. And so you could go into a legacy company and our solution would work. It's agnostic to your technology. It would work with your technology. I mean, it's designed from the ground up to do that. with regard to putting data into a blockchain environment, that you have to do some work to get it there because blockchains are their own separate environments. So you need to use what's called, and now I'm going to use another terminology, decentralized oracle, which is really just a way to get data into the smart contract itself, which is its own separate world. And it doesn't get data from the outside unless you provide it. So, when we think about smart contracts, they're automated actions. So you want to make sure that whatever you're putting into an automated action is pretty reliable when it's external data. You don't want to rely on one data point.